It's very nice to be thought of as being pretty, as being, it's a plus. It's nice. It's not terribly important, but it is nice to have it in your favor.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I really appreciate your time. So I'm gonna be reacting to this video I saw of these three grown-ass married men talking about how they don't really love their wives. They don't actually love their wives. They believe that what did they say? Being in love is fake.
Is a construct. Is basically a socially propagated construct, and they wives probably believe that they in love with them, but they really not. It was some weirdo stuff. So I'm gonna play the clip, and then we'll come back to the rest of our commentary.
You can't get off this subject. I gotta ask you a question. Are you in love with your wife?
No.
Me either.
What? I don't believe in that shit anyway. It's okay. It's overrated.
No,
listen.
Then why?
Listen.
Okay.
See?
Y'all need to explain that shit to me then.
I had a feeling. No, I'm not in love with my wife.
Why?
I don't even know her.
What are y'all doing? Why?
This is our 8th. Hold on, we got married in 2016. This is year number 8. September 8th, we'll be married 8 years. No. No. Ruby D and Ozzie Davis, right?
Yeah.
65 years married or something crazy, right?
Yeah.
So when he died, Will and Jada went over there. This is before all the Will and Jada.
Yeah.
They went over there for like some type of talk, counseling talk. She goes, Ruby, who's 80, 90,
Yeah.
goes, how long you known that boy? And Jada said, and Jada said, 20 years. And she goes, you don't know him, honey.
Shit.
Yeah.
All my relationship with my wife is a relationship with myself. I'm just discovering parts of me, bro.
Yeah.
We're lying to ourselves so much to hold up this story or this ideal,
The fantasy.
the fantasy, without, as opposed to just really dealing with what's there and accepting it
Well,
to the best of your ability.
I understand this. Now, how do you get women to understand that?
But
get them to bow out of the fantasy.
you get them to, by you bowing out.
And my wife thinks she's in love with me, probably.
It's a buzzword. It's a concept that's been propagated that we've adopted and creates an unrealistic expectation that we look for, and when it's not present, we feel something is wrong.
Yeah, we've allowed that to condition ourselves to that concept being a governance.
Okay, babe. So tell me how you feel as a married man. Are you in love with me? That's first of all.
Yes, I'm in love with you.
Okay.
And even if I wasn't in love with you, I would be stupid enough to say it.
Yes.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say it now while we're on the highway and get this joint flipped over. I'm just being honest.
So go ahead.
So it was weird. Honestly, it was weird because the three of them, they were like congratulating each other on the accomplishment of not being in love. And then the wildest, weirdest, most outlandish part to me was these Negroes had the audacity to use Will and Jada as some type of marriage guidance counseling linchpin, as some type of guru and some type of understanding. I'm like, bro,
like we should be taking them as an example.
It was weird. Like to not be in love, I don't know, maybe to look at it as a business transaction or something, that's one thing, but to have the audacity to say it out loud on a podcast, it just goes back to why, I believe that there's a lot of people in this generation and older that just can't be saved in the black community. You just got to focus on the kids, because you can't help these Negroes. You can't. There's no way to help them. They're already gone. Like, he believed he did a good thing.
And they was all old niggas.
All these niggas is over 40.
Like,
all these niggas over 40, And in their minds, they teaching,
They
doing
dropping
something.
jewels.
Yeah, they dropping jewels and gems. Like, it was weird because all the people I know who got value, they don't have no podcasts.
No.
And I know we say that all the time, and it just make me sad that this is the Black Manosphere, and this is supposed to be helping people, and he leading young boys to destruction. Like, it is tremendous value to find a life partner and to find somebody who is committed to you and you can commit to them, and you guys have similar and aligning goals.
Yes.
And you guys are willing to sacrifice for one another to see each other achieve your individual goals and to come together to achieve a greater goal than yourselves, and to just throw that in the trash and say, nah, it's propagated, it's outlandish, why would I be in love, it's a fool's errand. Like, that honestly,
It's embarrassing.
That shit is witchcraft.
That's why I when I saw the video, I thought to myself, like, you niggas can't be in love. Like, you can't, y'all don't even know what it's like to have ever been in love, because for you to get on this podcast and get around a bunch of men and shine like that, try to shine on your wives and like downplay your marriages, like, why would you spend almost 8, 9, 10 years with somebody and you don't love them? Like, that's nut. Like, it's not a flex. Like, that's nut shit. Like, it makes no sense to even participate in marriage if you're not gonna fully be open to the experience. And that's why I say a lot of times on my channel, like, as much as I love being married, I enjoy being married, I am an advocate for marriage to an extent, but I think most people don't need to get married. They don't have the character, they don't have the understanding, like, they don't have any of the things necessary to have a successful marriage. And it's crazy because out of one side of their mouths, you'll have men telling women, oh, pick better, choose better, you should be with marriage-minded men. And then you have a whole group of 3 married men who, instead of using their time and their platform to help and talk about why marriage is important and why good husbands are necessary, why good patriarchs,
leadership.
Right, like, why we are the backbone, why we set the tone for the Black community, like, dropping jewels about how they maneuvered and evolved and became good fathers and husbands. They on there trying to shine on their wives, like, wasting time and energy. I truly do not understand why people really think that it's cool to trade their real life situations for attention online. Like, there's no way in the world you could get me on a podcast and I'm going to disrespect my husband, I'm going to shine on my husband, I'm going to try to downplay him just so I can impress the other bitches I'm in the room with and get, like, what? That's crazy. Like, at the end of the day, this is the man that takes care of me. This is the man that takes care of my kids, that makes sure I'm okay, that provides for me, that protects me. So why would I ever take an opportunity just for clicks and views, just to go viral, to embarrass him? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And if maybe their wives don't take, okay, maybe we can make that argument. Maybe their wives don't take care of them. Maybe they don't have good wives. Okay, so then why are you still married? Like, what is the point? Like, what message are you trying to explain to people? And to use Will and Jada, everybody knows that them two, their whole marriage is a sham. They barely hanging on. 2 goofies. Like, how are they even relevant to the topic of healthy marriages? But go ahead, Mike.
At the end of the day, I said it once, I'll continue to say it again. Like, this is Hasatan's internet. And I know that Satan himself is so grateful for the internet, because every day more and more people crash out on it, and because of it, and to get famous on it. And, you know, people always talking about, you know, money is the root of all evil, but it's really the love of money, and it's attention now, because the attention is more important. Like, my wife is the person that is my shelter and my refuge when I get home. Why would I go on the internet to destroy and demean and debase her value and her presence and her importance in my life, just so some Negroes that I never ever met before could like and subscribe? Like, bro, like, that's nuts. Bro, is your brain broke? But it's like, you know, it's like Umar says, like, you're a Negropean. Like, these are ideologies that come from Europe. And I say they come from Europe because this mainstream idea of capitalism does come from Europe. And the idea of do anything you can to make money comes from Europe. So all of this is
Sell out
Negro Peter.
anyone.
Like, yes, like,
Yeah.
I'll burn anything to get money. Like,
Yeah.
no, all money is not good money. I'm not going to mess around and make the mistake of getting on the internet and devaluing her just so I can make sure that I feel not only better about myself, but YouTube can send me a check. Like, nah, bro, I'll find it. I'll get back on this roof, or I'll finish doing a toilet or some electrical. I can't do that. That's not for me.
Ultimately, I feel like if you're willing to do that, then you truly, like I said, you don't value marriage, you don't value the sanctity of marriage, and you don't protect your partner. And I feel like you are at that point willing to do anything. Just like when people say, like, oh, if you treat your mom like this, I know how you'll treat me. If you treat so-and-so like this, like, that's how I look at it. Because at no point does this help our community, and no point does this help your marriage. So on all assets, on all fronts, it's just destructive and negative. I really just think a lot of times people make poor choices about who they marry, and rather than being introspective quietly and finding a better solution for themselves or a better way out of that, they use the internet to post their L's or to use as a diary, which, again, I don't understand that behavior. But that's all I have to say. Do you have anything else to say, Ben?
Yeah, and lastly, I say this to black women. Black women, like, respectfully, it's a lot of black men out here who were raised by single mothers who hate black women. They hate them. Like, secretly, subconsciously,
clearly,
consciously, like, they got hate for black women in their hearts.
Clearly.
And they don't know how to express it. And they get with black women and they dog them out. Not because that black woman did anything wrong, but because they hate their mom, they hate they self, they hate you, they hate what you represent. And you gotta know, and that's why back in the day, these arranged marriages last so long in all of human history, because most of the time, unfortunately, women don't know how to pick good because they don't know what to look for in a man. It's like, I want to do my best to help my daughter pick because I want her to pick good. I would hate for her to pick some goofy ass nigga like this. I would be disgusted. Some podcast nigga talking about some, I don't really love her, but you know, we're together. Like, we're together. I want somebody who is invested in her. You know what I'm saying? And the black men, I say, stop looking for internet daddies. Stop looking. Go find the old nigga who's retired.
Go get your barbershop talk in real life.
Yeah, go find a nigga of tremendous value. I don't want to listen to a nigga who ain't been married for less than 25 years. He been married 25 years. He got successful grandchildren. That's the nigga I want to listen to, because he didn't put the work in for 2 generations to get it right. His success is not a fluke. But when you get these internet daddies that say anything. So, you know what I mean? Just remember, this is Hasatan's internet. Don't belong to you. And Satan love when you crash out.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.